What's up, my brother?
Living life, hoping for the best, expecting the worst.
Okay. I ain't gonna say how you feeling today, but that sounds like that sums it up. I get it. To the folks listening, thank you. Welcome. I,
But
I think y'all know what we're talking about today.
hold on, here comes the beanie monster. Coco, you want to say hi to Uncle real quick? Come on. You're supposed to be laying down, mamas.
Hi, Kobe.
Say hi, world.
Oh, we're leaving this in for sure. Hi, Kobe.
All right, you say bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Y'all know why we here. we so let's start with the opening song.
I think I understand the Cole Stan opinion. Because again, like I said, before this whole thing, just being objective about both of them as fans of both of them,
Yeah,
it was kind of all right, Cole was probably the only one who can go bar for bar, jab for jab with Kendrick.
for sure. Yeah,
And then when you hear like that and you hear 7 minute drill, you process 3 minutes of him addressing Kendrick, and everything that he says is hot, lie or fact. It all sounds good, especially
yeah,
coming from J. Cole.
yeah,
So as a fan or a super fan, like it's like, nah, this is what we've been waiting for
yeah.
from J. Cole. Now, on the opposite end of that, as somebody who likes both of them, if this was your warning shot,
The boy, it ain't reach me. It didn't even
you
zip
just
past
shot it
my
in,
ear. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
you just shot it in the air. It wasn't
And I've been clutching for a minute, waiting for one. Like, where that? Like,
so this one, first of all, Buddy, you had already gotten my attention. Like when y'all said that Spider-Man meme shit, I was like, huh?
yeah, pick three. You two.
Because if we a big three and y'all the Spider-Man meme, that mean y'all the same nigga, which means I guess y'all both at number one. But
Also, you're Ali.
yeah,
Okay.
hey guys, how, how's it going? Fuck y'all niggas though. like y'all. And then at the same time, it's like people are like, "Oh, Kendrick not going to respond until next year." It's like that. That could be a good or a bad thing,
Yeah,
depending on because when is Drake going to respond?
that's my point. First of all, they're
And we said this.
making.
We said this like when we talked about it initially. I told you that J. Cole was obviously going to be the
Yeah,
one to reply first.
one because he's in album mode, and two because he's competitive. Like,
But the the art of the diss was not directed for Jermaine.
yeah,
Like yes, you court strays because you was in the
you said that
vicinity.
dumb shit.
like, you was in the vicinity, so I gotta address both of y'all. But nigga, you knew who I was talking about.
Yeah.
And
Here's
you
the
can't
thing.
be friendly with your warning shot. Like,
He said, let's really break down what he said. You don't make a lot of albums. which if we go through Kendrick's discography, that's not true. Or you take too long to put stuff out. You made 2 classic albums, but that third one, I mean the second one, it was gassed. You're complimenting the nigga in your diss. Like
Like,
you like what?
and you lying because like, you complimented him and lied about some shit. Because
What are
when
you talking
September
about?
Butterfly came out, y'all did the Black Friday freestyles. And if we're gonna be honest, I don't know if you want to pull him up. Kendrick kind of smoked that nigga
He
on Tell
did.
Two Cities.
He did. Like, let's stop playing.
Kendrick verse on Tell Two Cities was like 4 minutes of that nigga just rapping over a
It was 4 minutes of me doing this face. The fuck? Oh shit,
and
it's too hot. It's too
and
hot.
Cole did his thing on All Right,
Because he's Cole. And he's gonna do his thing.
but you can't give Kendrick that beat and then you pick that beat.
No.
Like every time I listen to that song, I'm just like, I wish Cole would have did Hood Politics or Black and
Yeah.
Berry. Because if he would have took a beat that required him to have the same energy as Kendrick, then maybe it wouldn't sound like Kendrick just washed that nigga on his own song.
And before we keep going, I wanna let this be known, right? I feel like in music opinions, niggas like to say, well, who are you to give an opinion? Nigga, I'm a consumer. I've been listening to all 3 of them since I was a teenager.
And that's
Literally
what I was
everything they've
about
done,
to
I've
say.
listened to.
Like, I think that's my problem with 7-minute drill. It's like the bars is fire, but you're not really matching his energy.
Yeah, and you're lying.
like, like if I could laugh at some of the shit that you saying, even though it's tough, I can't really take it seriously because like I got ears, nigga. Like
He said the shit was boring. Cole, you have some of the most boring albums we've ever heard. Like KOD, not good. Fucking For Your Eyes Only, a snooze fest. Fucking Born Center, I went back to Born Center last month. Yeah, it saved his fucking career when it came out, but going back to it, trash. I mean, not trash. Trash for his standard. It's just not. I'm sorry.
and like we talked about it a little bit yesterday. I haven't really went back to Born Center, but like I used to have conversations with 2 of my boys from high school about that album all the time. And it was like from the time it came out in what 2012,
Yeah.
13 until
No,
about
13. Yeah, 13.
until about 2018. That was like a really good like album. Like it held those 5 years down, especially because he came out with 2014 Forest Hill Drive. So it was like you could
Yeah.
listen to 2014 and then you could go back and listen to Born Center and
Yeah.
you could see like, all right, this is when he's like reaching it, and
But the
this is
quality
when
jump.
he like hit the top.
Yeah.
And then he dropped 4 Eyes Only, and it was just like, like I feel like I've listened to that album in its whole once, maybe.
Fuck
Like
that. When did you go back to the off season?
as an album, I might have went back like the first couple like weeks.
Weeks.
But like I still like the joint with Moray.
Moray.
How'd
That's
you
what everyone says.
know?
Yeah,
That
exactly.
shit go hard. He
It
killed that
does.
shit. He bodied that shit.
Absolutely.
Shout out to him. Like
He
my
killed it.
life is all I have.
Yeah, exactly.
My rhymes, my food, my plan. And I done made it out the stroll, don't judge me.
If we're talking about classic albums, Kendrick's first 3 were, well, not his first 3, but his first mainstream 3, Good Kid, Mad City, To Pimp a Butterfly, damn. Hits out the fucking park classics.
And if you just want to take damn out of the argument and say his first three, niggas will argue you to death that Section 80 is one of his best
Yes.
projects.
And it is. Like,
and for me, it don't really hold the like test of time.
fair.
Like going back and listening to it, I'm like, how the fuck was I listening in Ronald Reagan era? This song is depressing as fuck.
Like when I go back to Rigor Mortis, yes, it's a skill showing, but it's not the best song.
Yeah, no, I'm like,
this nigga is rapping his ass off, but it's the same issue I have with Eminem and Rap God. Like, I don't want to fucking hear this. Like,
now, and that's the thing, like, with Cole and Kendrick, there's so much, like, in their body of work to show, like, one, I was talking to my little brother, and he was like, the nigga pretty much dissed Kendrick whole, like, fan base. And, like, I was like, but they got the same
fan base.
Like when you think about it, like if you break it down, like the nigga who it sound like Cole was talking to most of that song was Drake.
Yeah.
Like when you like it wasn't, but like when you take out like points and pieces of it, it's just like, nigga, you are not talking about Kendrick.
It was essentially, nigga, fuck you. And why you with him? Like, that's what it was. Like,
and it was like, as he was rapping to Kendrick, at the same time, he was like, bro, I made the wrong decision hanging out with Drake. Like, it was like because like the line about like his fan base being bitches. And it's like, even if that's a double entendre and you just trying to say it's a bunch of niggas moaning about how nobody talks about him, that's not true. And like, most Kendrick fans is just like, nah, that nigga's the best.
Yeah.
Like, we don't care if y'all don't talk about Kendrick because, like, we know when he dropped, world stop. Like, he rapped Beyonce at the end of the day.
He just had one of the highest selling tours ever. I think like off the album that you're saying was a snooze fest. Which I mean, I understand that critically, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, for most people, is an album that isn't entertaining.
In 95,
because it is very much about therapy and a man expressing that. But when you go back and listen to it, there are entertaining tracks. The one with I fucking forget her name every time. The one with tattoos. She's an R&B singer. She's
the argument song.
Yeah, well, no, not even that. I'm talking about the one with
Kalani.
Oh my god,
is that Kalani?
No. Why can't I remember this woman's name?
Where's my phone? I don't feel like he got the what are those things? The features on the track list, do he?
He should.
You know that's a new thing now.
Yeah. Rich Spirit was good. The one everything with Kodak was fucking great to me.
N95 is probably still my favorite song on
there. He doesn't have it on there.
You talking about Tana Leon?
No.
Summer Walker.
Summer Walker. Fuck. Why can't I remember her name?
Because it's a season.
I don't know what it is, bro.
He said the one with the tattoos.
All of them.
Right. Just start running them down. Like, oh.
Here's the other thing too. I feel like niggas forget that Kendrick has the Heart Part 4 in his discography.
And 5. And like niggas tried to say that Kobe Bryant line was like shot at from I think it's what's that Drake John that he drove release 5 a.m. in Charlotte or something.
Oh yeah.
And I was just like, okay, subliminals. How deep did y'all have to dig for that one? Kendrick did a Kobe Bryant swap in a video, and now he's not Kobe Bryant.
Even if we talk about all three of them and classics, you brought up a good point that Well, we texted this yesterday. So, but you brought up a good point that even if we just talk about classic albums, Cole only really has one that he could throw out there. If you add Friday Night Lights as the mixtape, sure, two. We'll give him that. Fuck it. But up against Damn,
I feel
Good
like
Kid,
Cole
Mad
fans
City,
would say Born Center is a classic.
yeah, they would say that. And
Like I can't necessarily because like what was it, Power Trip, the Snake song. It was a Snake song.
hold on.
I feel like it was
And
just
he has Kendrick on that album.
yeah. I feel like that's the Snake song that I'm talking about.
Land of Snakes. No, he's not on Land of Snakes. Kendrick is on Forbidden Fruit.
Okay. See, same thing. Land of Snakes, Forbidden Fruit. Eve bit the apple. Same shit.
If we go through the track list, Illuminati, sure. I just don't. Okay. And here's the thing: I am a Cole fan, so I don't want to get this misconstrued. So when
I
you
was
say
about to say,
Cole
'cause
fans, will say,
people would probably do the same thing to Pimp a Butterfly, but at the same time,
yeah, sure,
you can't really like
you just
can't
can't
find bad songs on that album. Like I don't like if you don't like the funk jazz, just say that. Like just
exactly.
say that. Just say like just be like the funk jazz shit was not for me.
Yeah,
But then you also got to say, like I said in our text chain yesterday, I didn't like when Childish Gambino did that shit. I didn't like when Lil Yachty did that shit. Like
fucking yeah. Anderson Pack,
even fucking Shelly, aka Drum, like you
which he's
cannot
dropping next
like
week. Can't wait for that.
you can't like none of them
You
niggas
just can't
like
like it.
music because they all took To Pimp a Butterfly and was like, huh, I could do that.
I can make an argument that Untitled Unmastered is borderline classic. Like I hate to do that,
Bro, he
but
got a song produced on there by a 7-year-old, and that shit go crazy.
hard. It's hard.
Like,
It just is. It's 6 throwaways from To Pimp a Butterfly, and it's fucking amazing. He has a CeeLo Green feature on there where he's singing his ass off. Like it's so fucking good. It's just I again, I am a Cole fan, I am a Drake fan, I am a Kendrick fan, but I am an objective fan. I'm not a stan. And so I can look at shit from an objective perspective and just say, I'm sorry, Cole. You just didn't do what you thought you did here. and
and
to see like his stand say, yo, he obliterated Kendrick. It's
and
like,
I feel
what?
like that's more of the problem. Is like it's not that Cole didn't do what he thought he did because he said like this is
It's
a
a warning
warning
shot.
shot. Like,
Yeah.
like if y'all don't like it, like I just want to cover this up by saying like
It's a little dark. That's it.
yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm not shooting. I'm just like I got a track
Well,
starter.
shooting the air.
Yeah, I got a track starter. Like,
If anything, he made things worse for Drake. Because it's like, okay, nigga, he was shooting at you. Kendrick was shooting at you. You let Cole come out with something before you, what you gonna do?
and
If
that's
I'm Kendrick, I just sit back and wait for Drake to do something. And if he does nothing in like a month, I come back with a diss to Cole, and I'm dissing that nigga again. I'm just doing it again.
like, and I feel like at some point we're gonna hear like a back-to-back flip if Drake don't say nothing.
For sure.
Like because Kendrick is petty and he's showing that.
I think if Kendrick doesn't come out with something soon, Cole is going to do it again. I think he's going to do it back to back.
Oh yeah,
this is a
I
warning shot.
definitely feel like there's a 2-minute drill coming or a 4-minute drill coming.
For sure.
Like because when I saw a 7-minute drill, I was like, well, yeah, album is coming soon, so you're definitely like this is the countdown. Like
Yeah.
so it's like, all right, like you probably do another 4-minute drill. Maybe that'll be the feature with Drake. You know,
That'd be corny to me. That like y'all jumping, like
I mean, it's a 2-on-2 fight because I think that's when we hear Kendrick next little like reverb. Metro and Future drop again next week.
that is true.
I think if they got any reason to, why not put another Kendrick diss on there?
That'd be hard, but I just don't respect Future as a. I don't see it as a 2-on-2. Just like
Why not? Future to some people might be a bigger star than J. Cole.
yeah, to some. And don't get me wrong, Future is a legend, and I respect his music acumen for what it is. But as like entering this arena of dissing, you've been saying the same shit about Russell Westbrook for however long.
Wilson.
So I can't. Wilson, damn. You've been saying fuck Russell and for how long? Like,
But I mean, that he's saying that shit. He's standing on
yeah,
that
but
shit.
like,
What's like? He ain't say it just once and was like, like you know, it rhymes. Like, look, he's standing on that shit. Like,
but it's not. It's not creative to me. It's not No Vaseline. It's not Ether. It's not Takeover. It's not Sheether. It's not like.
But Russell Wilson not a rapper, so it don't have to be. Like I can just
but like,
I
why
can
are
just keep
you
saying like I'm not gonna
dissing
fight
this
you
nigga?
because you're a 6'2", 245-pound football player. Like I mean, he might not be that tall. I think they say he's short, so he might be like 5'10". But you can look at him and tell that nigga's not small. Like Russ got to be like 225, 230.
I think my point is like, go raise your son. Like, stop. Like
he's raising them. That's why I keep saying fuck him. Like, what are you talking about? Like this. Like,
I think my point is this: if Kendrick is out of it, if you take Kendrick out of it, do you trust Future to make a good diss track towards Drake?
yes, he made one on the album. That first song, that opening song, is a Drake diss track, and he got a few like bars throughout the album. That if you just listen, he's definitely like, "Fuck your light skin ass." Like,
but I think if they engaged in a back and forth, Drake washes them. I think he'll make the better song.
You listen to the second part of Everyday Hustle, Future kind of showed he got a little flow to him. I was surprised. I listen to that shit every time and be like, bruh, this nigga is spitting.
Welcome to another episode of True Across the Podcast. I'm Quan.
I'm Scoob.
We've been going for 30 minutes. So I thought I'd get that intro in while we had a down point.
I don't know, man. That Everyday Hustle, every time that shit come on, when that beat drop and Future start rapping.
What do you see as the next steps in this beef saga? We know that Dreamville Fest is coming, and we know that Drake is going to perform there, I think.
Wasn't Kendrick supposed to be at Dreamville?
No.
Or no, he was supposed to be at the one in Philly, I think, Made in America. They canceled that shit again. I think 3rd year in a row.
Rest in peace. And I fuck with Hov, but damn. I'm sorry, bro.
Better just start showing up to the Roots pick.
Have you gone to any of those?
The Roots picnic? No, that shit costs too much. I'm not paying all of that just to go stand downtown in my city. What the fuck?
I just don't
like
festivals.
Literally like dead smack in the middle, like, or it used to be like dead smack in the middle of Center City. It's like, why do I gotta pay $100 to walk around Center City? Like,
we got Broccoli City here.
There's too many fucking people down here. Like, y'all annoying.
That's my point. We got Broccoli City here, and it's a little more contained because it's in JFK, so it's not like just like in the.
And I think that's what they did this year. Like, they put it in the arena, so it's like, all right, cool.
Yeah, I'm cool though.
I'm
Like,
pissed. I'm not at WrestleMania right now.
ah,
NXT Stand and Deliver is going on. I might put that shit on in the background. It's about to start at 11 o'clock.
nice.
I'm just like, tickets was like $46, and I'm like,
Damn.
I want to go. I want
Yeah.
to go.
Ain't Wayne gonna be there?
He gonna be. I think tomorrow. I think Meek is gonna be there tonight. Now tonight, the only problem with tonight is like there's 3 shows. There's one this morning. That's like the developmental brand. Then WrestleMania is like a 2-night thing now because it's like I think right before the pandemic, the one right before the pandemic was like 6 hours long. Like the shit didn't go off until like 12:30, and they was just like, probably shouldn't have people and their kids out that fucking late.
Yeah, true.
So when the pandemic shut down WrestleMania, they was like, ooh, idea. How do we make money?
Yeah.
Make them niggas watch 2 nights of WrestleMania. And that shit worked. So they was just like, oh,
Fuck it.
like 2 nights of WrestleMania it is. So yeah. I don't know how they're gonna do the performances or whatever. I'm sure they're probably trying to find a way to get Joel Embiid there. They've been talking about that shit. Every time WWE is in Philly, like we have an away game.
Ah.
And you
Well,
know,
yeah,
he literally does. I mean, it makes sense because they be playing. They do the rest of the shows in the Sixers stadium, so like it makes sense. But like his whole little like and one celebration is the like DX suck it. So like literally every time they in Philly, him and Triple H be talking on Instagram and shit. Like
that's what's up.
like damn, not gonna be there. Like I think one game like last year. They was here like right after WrestleMania. We had a game against the Pacers, so he wasn't here.
Indiana, fuck no, just not doing it. Even if I had the opportunity to just hop on the jet real quick, I'm not from Indiana, bro. If it was the Knicks or Nets, then it's like, all right, come on, just drive up real quick. So yeah, where do you see this beef going next?
Well, we got first person shooter like that 7-minute drill. Honestly, I know it's not going to happen. I would love for Rick Ross to get involved in this.
Why did he just like?
I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea.
Fuck.
But I'm waiting.
He just was like, "Yep, fuck that nigga Drake."
Because lyrically, bro, he one of them ones. Like when it just come to talking shit.
Yeah. You know what? We talked about this before. He might still be mad at that fucking song he had with Drake, but that nigga just teed off on him for 5 minutes.
Yeah, like you don't think nothing of it because it's like them niggas been making music for forever.
Yeah, since what 2012? Like
probably before that because Drake is on Aston Martin music,
right? And that came out 2010. So yeah, like. Yeah, nigga, 14 years is like, what happened? Like, fuck that nigga.
Man woke up, heard that track and was like, you know what?
Fuck that nigga.
That light-skinned nigga.
Was in his Maybach just fucking puffing a cigar, listening to the song, like, yeah, fuck that nigga. Like, what happened?
These niggas got a point. But yeah, nah, like they got Lemon Pepper Freestyle, Aston Martin music,
Space
Game, Lord knows, like they got
some shit. Yeah.
But like Ross the one, like Ross survived a 50 beef. So like like
we fully saw that. Like, we lived through that.
He's the only one. Like if you want to be honest, like yeah, Fat Joe is still relevant, but it took him 15 years to come out with another hit.
Yeah. Ja Rule got cooked, but then again, Ja Rule got jumped.
Ja Rule jumped himself. Like he bored up Eminem daughter,
Why did he do that?
Like somehow Busta Rhymes got
I was just about to say Busta jumped in.
like,
you know what?
like,
why did he do that?
I really set himself up for failure. Like,
Really fucking did.
who knew Busta Rhymes and 50 Cent was cool? Like,
and then on Dr. Dre beats at that, like,
right,
goddamn.
and he called that nigga by his real name. Like, you know what, Jeffrey? Like, who knew Ja Rule's real name was Jeffrey?
Ja Rule just goes so much harder than Jeffrey.
Who knew Ja was short for that initials? I think his name is Jeffrey Atkins or some shit like that.
It is. So what is the rule? You know what? Anyway. Okay, so you want Ross to jump in.
I just want to hear somebody talk shit that like I don't like. I don't feel like Drake can out shit talk Rick Ross. Like, and that's one that like that's how Drake makes his beefs. Like, it's just, oh, I got more money, I got more bitches, I got more fans.
And then with his beef with Pusha, he was going at Kanye. Like, he wasn't even really talking.
He was like, why would you tell that nigga that? Fuck you.
And Dopey is a good song, but like, story out of them just was fucked up.
Like, he heard that shit and was like, why would he tell him? Like, out of all people.
Like,
you know what? Fuck Kanye. Hey, we still waiting for that Pusha T disc. Fuck Kanye West.
You know what's also fucked up? Like, he inherited that beef. Like, Pusha's beef was with Wayne.
Birdman and Wayne. Like,
yeah, like, and now them niggas they are not like that active in beef. So now this nigga is stuck with a beef that he inherited. God damn. He gotta go on the fucking shot with LeBron and say he was too mean, bro. That's why I didn't put anything out. He was just too mean. He talked about my friend's sickness.
About my baby. Like, how was I supposed to reply to that?
You gotta look at your son and be like, damn.
I wasn't hiding you from the world. I was hiding the world from you.
And you gotta go to 40, who's gotta make the beat for it and be like, I'm sorry, bro. He talked about your sickness. I swear I'm gonna kill him.
We went straight to Tupac. One of them niggas got sickness. Prodigy. Shout out Prodigy.
Oh man.
And that's another thing. Like, Push went straight like Tupac on them niggas, and Metro used 4 different Prodigy Jones.
Them intros and outros. Oh my! And it sounds fucking amazing. Bro. It sounds so beautiful over Future records. Like, what the fuck?
The outro on Claustrophobic into the intro for Like That is just like, oh yeah, this nigga's a genius.
Because then the beat go hard as fuck, and it's like, what the fuck is this? Like, goddamn.
Like, nobody really listens to these niggas. Like, and then Like That come on. It's just,
rest in peace, Prodigy. Damn. I was just saying, how the fuck is Kobe dead? Like, I swear I say that almost like every week. like, how is Prodigy gone? How is Kobe gone? Like, what? How is Nip gone? Like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah, nah, the Kobe shit. Like, literally every time I see something about it, I'm like, bro, that nigga's not dead.
No,
like, don't make no sense.
It just don't make sense.
Even though I named my daughter after him after it happened, like, it just don't make no sense. It just be like, I'll be seeing clips. I'm just like, the nigga was just playing basketball 4 years ago.
It just don't make sense. Anyway, before we get too damn, I do got to open the question, but I feel like we are
It's more like an
40
ending
minutes in.
question. It's like an ending question.
Yeah, fuck it.
I mean, we can still get into it a little bit.
Do you want to talk about Bronny going to the draft? Do you want to talk about the women's tourney?
We can talk about Bronny first because that'll probably be a little shorter.
Yeah.
Personally, I think for how the NBA looks right now, I think this makes a lot of sense for him. And I also think LeBron is playing chess. Like, you know, he just had that whole clip about how like, that nigga gotta stop talking. Cause
Okay.
he lies so fast, like he don't even realize he be lying. And then when he realizes it, he just be like, you know what?
Ah.
I was lying, but I'm gonna talk my way out of this lie. The nigga said, you know, I'm real good at chess. I ain't never played it. But people tell me I'll be really good at it.
Like what?
What's up?
Exactly. It's like me. I'm real good at Batman. Never played it before, but people say I'll be good. So I mean, I'm good. I'm like, no, it's not how it works.
Like I be playing chess on the basketball court, and it's just nigga.
So you just be playing chat. You be like, "Hey, Rook, go straight up." Like what?
Like you are making us look bad.
Dumbass. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Nigga said he predicted Kobe 81-point game. Like,
I was chilling with my friends, and at the start of the game, I said, "He gonna go for 70." Like what?
and then
So then when he hit 70, I was like, "Might as well go for 81." 81 specific. He might as well go for 81 specifically, huh? Shut up, nigga.
But no, back to Bronny.
Yeah.
I feel like LeBron's whole thing is he wants to get paid as much as possible. Bronny is not going to be a top 10, top 15.
No.
Probably not a top 20 team. But how many NBA superstars are in this draft?
Well,
Like
some people are
how
saying
many
this is the
future
worst draft.
NBA players, like solid, like how many all stars coming out of college or overseas are in this draft? I
An
can't
article
name.
literally just came out saying that might be the worst NBA draft.
I can't name anybody in the draft this year
outside of Bronny.
the tall motherfucker from Purdue, but he's obviously not going to be good in the NBA because he's 7'4" and can't move.
Yeah.
Like he's not Wembanyama or Embiid or like the nigga just and it's college, so the nigga just stands in the paint the whole fucking game. Like, hey, throw me the ball, throw it up here, throw it in my hands, throw it. Look, they can't reach it. They can't reach it.
That's what I was saying about the nigga from NC State. I'm just like,
I think he's more skilled though. Like he can kind of move. Like he got post moves. Like
his footwork is good. I just don't think in today's game, like, are they going to value him?
No, he's going because he's going to get gassed. He don't look like he in shape at all. The nigga might give you 15 minutes. Like but unless he slims out or some shit like that. But that's the point. Like there's nobody in this draft like that's going to be like amazing.
Yeah.
So if you look at Bronny and just all of his upside, like the nigga's athletic, he's 6'3", 6'4", like he's not super tall, but he's only 19 years old, so he's not done growing. The nigga could wake up tomorrow and be 6'7". His dad is LeBron James.
We saw the way Bryce sprouted,
and that's what I was about to say. And his brother grew like 7 inches in a summer,
like in a year.
So of course, like, and he shoots better than his dad did at 18, 19. So if you just want to like go off of upside, if you got a late pick and you're looking at LeBron James as a free agent and this being possibly the worst NBA draft ever, and you're one player away from like contending, like homer, so I'm gonna just use the Sixers as an example. We're not going to be great in the playoffs because Embiid is out of shape and Tobias Harris is inexistent. We traded away the heart of the team in one season. Like Pat Bev came here and like gave everybody on that team a spark, and like you could see it even when Embiid first got hurt that like he was the one keeping that team alive. Yeah. And then like they traded him and we lost like 6 games in a row, and everybody was like, what happened?
Why y'all keep doing that? Like, why y'all keep trading?
Trading away the players that like make the team better? I don't know.
Y'all like, good?
Get the fuck? But hey, that role player is really important to our team. Fuck that nigga. Right. I don't know. We did it to the little white boy that's in Indiana now. He don't play at all. TJ McConnell.
Yeah.
When Ben Simmons was here, he was the reason why Ben Simmons looked so good. Because like he just did all the little shit that Ben Simmons was scared to do. And then we was like, you're making him look really bad. Because you're 5'10" and he's 6'10". And you have more heart in him. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
I think Ben Simmons got a bag for just existing.
Yep.
Damn, I should have been 6'10". Fuck. I can sit on the bench. Like, goddamn.
My back, coach.
My neck.
Being this tall. Like,
my neck and my back.
It's hard being this tall, coach. Fuck.
My knees. I got knee problems right now. I can have knee problems in the NBA. Goddamn. Okay.
But yeah, I think like any team like Sixers, even the Knicks, like a team that's like, I don't think he goes anywhere out west because the West is just like jam packed. Like even if he went somewhere like to where like he would make a difference, he not really making a difference because like that's a fight.
And like you said, looking at LeBron in free agency, and a LeBron who said, "I want to play with my son. Like wherever he goes, I want to go."
Yeah. So like, if you're a like late 20s, early second round draft pick, you easily just be like. But yeah, so like if you're a late contending team, like or a team that's like one piece away from making the championship, and you're like, especially if you had a cap room and you're like, oh, I could get LeBron James and get like, or I could get Bronny James, and that'll increase my chances of getting LeBron to come here. Now, again, you got to be a contending team, and you got to be somewhere where LeBron is gonna want to play.
Yeah.
So like
with cap space.
Throw it out there. It's going to sound crazy. Miami, perfect landing spot for Bronny and LeBron.
They still got Jimmy.
You going back to a place you already been, so you can like, hey, have my welcome back. Everybody wants to retire in Miami. You got Spo there, so you know when you retire, Bronny is going to be in good hands.
Yeah.
You got Jimmy, so you don't really have to like carry the load. Even if you do, you know in the fourth quarter, because Jimmy getting up there too, you and Jimmy can just really take turns. You still got Bam. They not really paying Hero. They got the young Puerto Rican kid from UCLA that was in the dunk contest. He might not be Puerto Rican. He might be Mexican. I apologize. Jaquez.
Jamie.
Yeah.
They got Terry Rozier.
Yeah, they traded for Terry Rozier. So like LeBron going back there with
Kevin
Bronny.
Love is still there?
Yes. He killed us the other night. That nigga played 16, 17 minutes and had 14 points and 15 rebounds. I posted it on Facebook. I was like, yo, old niggas that like just play basketball the right way, they kill Joel Embiid. Like, if you old and strong and like you just
Yeah.
not gonna like let him bully you, Al Horford and Kevin Love are like his kryptonite. Because all they do is just fight with him. Like, all right, bro, like I'm old. All I gotta do is just like use this old man
Oh,
strength, box you out, give you a couple elbows. Like, I hate watching us play the Celtics because it's like it's no way Joel Embiid should be getting guarded by Al Horford. Like, it should never happen. But Al Horford be locking him up, and I just be like,
do something.
somebody help this man. Like, set a pick, get a switch, something. Like, Al Horford is 6'10", 95 years old. Like, that nigga was in college when I was in middle school. Get
Shit.
him the fuck out. Like, Al Horford played on the 2006 and 7 championship Florida teams.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Joakim Noah been
fuck.
out the NBA for at least 5 years. They was on the same college team. Get him the fuck out of here. He should not be able to guard Joel Embiid. That should be grinding my gears. Like,
What does his contract look like?
who?
Joel.
It's big. I believe it was 5 years, 225.
I think my question is, do you think he want to stay in Philly? Like, retire
Yeah.
as a Sixer?
No. I think if he wins the championship, yeah. Like, even if he just gets one. Because he'll be the person to bring one here. So, like, then trust the process. Like, so if he gets one within the next 2 years, because I believe that's all we got out of him, like, in his prime. He'll turn 30, I think, 2 years.
Mm.
Maxey will be on his way out of here because even if we sign him for 4 or 5 years, in 2 or 3 years when Embiid is on his way out, Maxey will be looking at this team like, hey, man, I love y'all, but
Yeah.
gotta go. So, no, I don't think, unless he retires early, I don't think he retires as a Sixer. I think he probably finishes out this contract, but I think he just signed last year. And then,
Wow.
I don't think anybody finishes their career as a Sixer.
What?
Like, I mean, Allen Iverson did it because, like, he was Allen Iverson, and like he just got to do whatever he wanted here. Like, he was like, bro, I'm not retiring as a fucking Memphis Grizzly. Sign me back so I
Yeah.
can just retire. Like,
And to be fair, it's just Allen Iverson is Philly. Like, even though he's from Virginia, he went to Georgetown. You just associate him with Philly.
yeah.
Like, so he couldn't really have retired anywhere. So, like, it would
And that's
just
how I
look
felt.
funny.
That's how I felt about Deshaun Jackson. Like, I was happy when we signed him back so he could
Yeah.
retire here. I was like, that made perfect sense.
Yeah.
It was so weird watching him anywhere else except for Washington. Like, when he was with y'all, it was like,
I see it. Yeah.
But like when he was in Tampa Bay, it was just like, oh.
Why did y'all give us McNabb?
Hey man, fuck that nigga. Man. Here, y'all take him.
I fucking hated that shit. And people were so hyped. I was like, why? Like, did you see what he did in Philly? Like, the fuck?
Not watching. Donovan McDirt. McDirt ball. I hated that nigga. Throw the ball on the ground.
I was so pissed, bro. Okay, but you got Bronny going to Miami. Or that's the perfect one in this spot.
That's the perfect fit. Bro, I think Miami or the Knicks. Because what do you get? Y'all don't need anything right now except for a nigga who shoots threes and plays defense, and that's exactly what he's good at in college.
It'd be nice.
He's a better version of Josh Hart.
Here's the thing. I am so scarred.
He's a smarter version than Josh Hart because Josh Hart just gets off of just like pure hustle and like shit like that.
Why do you think it really didn't work out with USC for
So they
Bronny?
don't care about basketball.
Why did he go to USC?
Like if you wanted them to go to a basketball school, like because that was LeBron's statement, like oh they weren't like the winning culture or some shit. When have they ever won anything in fucking basketball?
Right. Like
Any fucking thing. Even when they had
outside of loving basketball, man, nigga,
like
yeah, they were winners there.
DeMar DeRozan, Nick Young, like they've had players come through that school. I didn't even know fucking Vucevic went to fucking USC. I was like,
Oh,
what?
nice.
But like they've had players come through there and have never won dog shit.
My thing, why did he go there? Like Bronny was a highly touted.
If you just wanted him to go somewhere in LA, you go to UCLA for basketball. Like, if you wanted him to go somewhere where he was going to be able to shine, you probably should have sent him to Ohio State. Like, he would have been the Prince of Ohio because, nigga, you're the king.
Yeah.
And who the fuck is on Ohio State basketball team? That nigga would have been able to do whatever the fuck he wanted. It wouldn't have been none of this coming off. Now, granted, he had that fucking heart issue, and I feel like a lot of people aren't looking like at that. So,
yeah, for sure.
Like, but that doesn't happen, and he goes to Ohio State. He probably just gets like free reign to do whatever the fuck he wants. So he probably averages 16 instead of 5.8. He only played like 12 minutes a game. Yeah. Like, and motherfuckers was expecting him to average 10 points and 7 rebounds and 6. It was like
niggas is so that's why I didn't critique any of like his play, because one, he was coming off the bench, two, he had that heart issue. And it's like you said, USC is just not, it's a football school. We all know that. Like
that would be like me sending Kamari to fucking University of Miami and then being like, yo, why y'all suck? Like, when have they ever like invested in their basketball program?
It's all football.
The best basketball player they've had in the last 10 years played in the NFL for like 10 years. Fucking Jimmy Graham. Like,
I just don't,
he was a University of Miami football player, but because our football team has been so fucking trash over the last our basketball team has been so trash over the last 15 years, he was just like, I ain't going to the league, but I'm 6'8", 230. I can catch a football, play tight end, nigga. Yeah. Like,
and I could very well see him not going to UCLA because they probably didn't tell him what he wanted to hear. Like, they probably, because they're so, like, they're more basketball focused, they probably told him, like, yeah, you're not starting.
Yeah. like they probably was like, oh, nigga, like, and it probably came down to the fact that they've had Lonzo and all of those other players, and they had a relatively good team this year.
Yeah.
They probably weren't much better than USC, but, like, because, again, college basketball ain't the same no more. Like, if you're not a one and done, or because most kids are one and dones, like, only the schools who is getting the one and dones is getting the money. Like,
yeah,
Kentucky get 7 new kids every year and they still fucking suck.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
They get,
and that's why the women's tournament has been so much better, bro.
Yeah, like, because all the good kids go to the same schools, and then they don't allow each other to get any better, so the team just be bad. Like,
yeah,
Kentucky never looked like they were like a 3 seed in the tournament. Yeah. And like every time I watched them play on TV, I was just like, the kid Dillingham, like, he looks good playing basketball, but like, it's like, you can compare him to Jamal Crawford all you want. Jamal Crawford played basketball the right way.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like he still could play right now.
Jamal Crawford feel like he still could play right now. He'd be saying that shit on TNT all the time. Man, I mean, I
was out there.
I still out there get them niggas 20.
Yeah.
like off the bench. It's like I think he said his last game he had 50.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Like off the bench, like, just go out here. So I don't know. I feel like college is weird anyway. Like just watching like men's college basketball, and then or even like you said, the women's college basketball, and then like I was watching the Sixers game. We played the Heat, and it was like they went into like a 1-2-2 zone defense, and the Sixers looked like they didn't know what the fuck was going on. They just lost. Like the whole idea was just like, all right, we're just gonna post up Joel in the middle of the zone and like try to give him the ball, and it was just like y'all are throwing the ball in between 4 fucking people. Stop doing that.
No, man.
Like I literally watched him turn the ball over like 4 times in a row, and I'm like, what are you doing?
It's
It's a basic zone defense. Like my 11 to 13-year-olds play this shit. Like, what are you doing? Set a pick up top, make the defense move around, then attack the middle of the fucking court. Y'all just trying to throw it in there. And he gotta watch the ball like float over top of 3 niggas, and then the 2 niggas that's helping is just like, oh, now you're trapped.
balls up. Yeah.
Oh my god! Like I literally was just like, bro, like the Sixers' offense against his own defense is fucking atrocious. Like because y'all in the NBA, like the coach shouldn't have to do everything.
Yeah.
Like I coach kids, so yes, I'ma yell, set a pick. Pass the ball around. Attack the middle of the court.
But they're
like,
kids.
Like they're kids. They don't understand how to process what they see right away. You are a 25-year-old man who has been playing basketball your whole life. You get paid millions of dollars. Read the fucking defense and don't just do what the coach is telling you to do. Like, oh yeah, feed the big man in the middle. That shit not working. It ain't worked 3 times in a row. Y'all still gonna keep trying to do it.
Look back at the coach. Keep going. keep doing the same shit. All right, cool.
Like, we was up when I turned the game on. We was up 8. By the end of that quarter, we was down 7. I was just like, we won the game because Miami came out of the zone with like 5 minutes left in the 4th quarter, and I was watching that like, it's like, what is this coaching? What is y'all come back, take the lead, all because of the zone defense, and then when the game matters the most, y'all go back to a man-to-man.
Yeah, man. Why not?
Like,
the women's tournament has been fucking amazing. And the thing about Juju, she's fucking amazing. Like
her and like they did it all. And like shout out to Caitlin Clark. They robbed the fuck out of UConn last night. Like you can't like even if it was a moving screen, you cannot call that call. Like
even
because
before that,
it wasn't blatant. Like it was like she leaned in a little bit, but like
she was solid. But anyway, even before that, I watched the second half of the game. They were making calls that it just was questionable as fuck, and it was like in this moment you can't make these calls.
It was we got to get Caitlin into the shit. That was the biggest money grab of a championship game I have ever seen, especially because it came on after South Carolina.
Yeah.
So it was like, yeah, you get UConn and Gino and Paige if she doesn't tear her ACL. I feel like I said it before Molly said it on fucking First Take, but like if Paige doesn't tear her ACL 2 years ago, she's probably Caitlin Clark. Like she's the girl that everybody is talking about because she won Player of the Year as a freshman.
Yeah, and she was nice. She still is. Like,
and she was like dunking.
Yeah.
And then she tore her ACL. So like, yeah, of course she's not going to be fucking same. She's a fucking 5'11" or 6 foot white girl. Like, so but she still was giving niggas bucket. But when you got Caitlin Clark, who's on fucking State Farm commercials and TV every time you fucking turn around, everybody's talking about her. You cannot have undefeated, like, powerhouse super team with a great coach against UConn, who just has a great coach and one great player.
Yeah.
Like, you have to have, like, the it player, which Caitlin Clark is. Like, if you're going to be talking about Steph Curry, you got to get her into the championship. And that's
her
what
range
that
is
call
fucking ridiculous.
That's what that call was. That call was, we're not giving UConn a chance to fuck this up. Like, y'all are not getting a chance to fuck this up.
Yeah, but that's
because
it's weak.
9 times out of 10, Paige is probably making that shot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, the shot that she was about to get off, she probably makes that shot.
Yeah. It is what it is. The stage is set for South Carolina and Iowa. Who you got?
If that game look anything like Iowa versus UConn, Iowa gonna win if it's a close game.
I like Don Staley so fucking much.
The problem is South Carolina don't play no fucking close game.
That's what I'm saying. Like, did you see the game they won? It was fucking 79-58, I think.
And that was generous because in the second half they looked like North Carolina State shouldn't have been on the court with them. Like, the first half, it was like 32-31.
Yeah.
So you're trying to tell me they scored 50 points and the other team scored 20-something, 30? It just looked easy in the second half. The big girl got hurt at the midway through the second quarter, so I feel like they was just like, all right, let's just get through this.
Yeah.
Get to halftime, see how she's doing. Because that's why LSU lost, if we're gonna be honest.
Well, Shorty couldn't guard Caitlin. It was tough.
That was bad coaching, though.
It was. Why do you have her on her? What the fuck?
Because she was the only person. Like, she was doing a good job.
Yeah, but she's 5'7".
Exactly. So every time Caitlin got a half an inch of breath, it was just
up. It's up.
It was because every time she was right there, but she was just by the end of the game, she was, fuck do y'all want me to do?
What do you want me to do?
And I think because she was so short, she was scared to get too close. So she was already playing off because it's like, I don't want her to use her size and just go by me. So
and you gotta watch for screens. So
it's like, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give her the space to kind of work, and then I'm gonna just challenge every fucking shot.
Yeah.
But when you 5 inches shorter than her, and she jumps high as fuck on her shot,
people don't realize that either.
She don't have
she gets up
a regular girl shot. Like, most girls, they kind of jump into their shot. She's jumping up, she's
straight too. Yeah,
you oh fuck shit. And most of the time she's running away, and she's just all right, just foul. I'm just gonna keep running away from the defender into my shot. So when you 4 inches shorter than somebody and they running you off picks and all fucking, the little girl couldn't do nothing. She could not. I was watching the shit. Why aren't they helping her?
That's what I was saying. The fuck?
They weren't helping her at all. It wasn't you don't got a double team, but if she get a pick set,
switch
heads the pick, just
something.
Arm out, hey, don't. But they was just letting her get picked. Caitlin pop
That's why I enjoyed the UConn game, because they were giving Caitlin hell. They were
number
playing
10 was
great defense.
Her shit. Whoever in the WNBA, if they was watching that game, number 10 going to get drafted by somebody.
Yeah, for sure.
Just because of how she was playing defense.
She was on her ass, bro.
The only time she scored was when they switched her off of her.
Yeah.
She had 21 or some shit like that, and probably only 5 of them can, while number 10
on her. Yeah.
She was in her shit. But she was also the same size as her, and she probably weighed a little more because she looked like she was thick.
She looked a little more stockier. For sure.
Like, so it's like when you got, I like Haley. Like, I feel like they did her disjustice. Sure. Like, they did her a disservice because they just left her out there to drown. Like, and Caitlyn just took her out to the deep water. Like, when you can shoot from 35 feet, they setting picks at half court, and all she doing is running full speed right into the pick. And the little girl wasn't getting no help because
she does not slow down.
The big man don't want to come all the way out there, and Angel Reese was hurt, so she ain't want to come all the way out there. Like, they just left Shorty out there to dry.
Yeah. Then
they put Floje on her, but she was in foul trouble, so she ain't want to really guard her either. She was just like, I'm gonna just be out here, kind of tall, like be the same height. So like, I'm gonna make it hard for you. But all they did was run her off a pick. And Floje's not going to challenge the shot. She not going to challenge the shot because she got 3 fouls in the third quarter.
For sure.
So that was just like bad coaching. Like, at some point, you just got to double team and make somebody else beat you.
Yeah.
When Shorty had 30, you should have just been like, she does not get 40.
Yeah.
Like, somebody else has to beat you. And that's what UConn did. And low key, somebody else beat them because the big girl had a crazy game.
Yeah. Right. But at some point, you got to put somebody in there that's there to foul. Like, just knock her ass around for 6 fouls. And like, all right, come back. Like,
yep. And even if you use them sparingly, like, all right, like, second half game start getting out of hand, yo, just go bother her for a little bit.
Yeah.
Just use some energy. Just run around, stay as close as you can, make her work harder. You're only going to be in there for like 3 minutes. I get you right back out again. Like,
the line is tackling her. Don't go past that. Like, that's where
they try to set a pick. Like, act like you trip, tackle her. Like, nah, I'll pull you right out.
Do the boxing hold. Hey, how you doing?
gotta get it a little dirty, just because, like, she's, like you said, she's not going to stop moving.
No, she doesn't. I was watching the whole time, like, I'm tired. Fuck. Like, stop.
Like, if she stopped moving, it's because she's wide open and she's just waiting for the ball to find her. She's just like,
hello.
Well, like, and then people talk like Iowa's a bad team.
I hate that too. They aren't a bad team.
Like, they was in the championship game last year.
I keep hearing, oh, it's just a bunch of D2 stars and Caitlin Clark, and that's why that's not true, because that can't be true. Like, have you seen the talent in this year's tournament? Like, fucking LSU, fucking South Carolina, USC is fucking amazing. Like, well, Juju is out of this world. She's gonna fucking, if she stays all 4 years,
that Caitlin got right now, that's just not safe.
It's not, because Juju is fucking, she's a star. And if she stays all 4 years, and I think she's going to get help.
I think you still have to in WNBA. I mean, like, for the WNBA.
No, because Angel Reese just said she's foregoing her senior year. She's going to the WNBA.
Because of COVID, they got that extra year of eligibility. So they all came out. They all came out in 2020.
Okay.
So it's been 4 years, but they got the COVID year of eligibility. Gotcha. So Caitlin Clark, Paige, and Angel Reese could all come back next year, but they're choosing to go. Well, I don't know if Paige and Caitlin are. Well, she said she was last night. She said this will be her last game at Iowa. Yeah. So.
And then, isn't Haley transferring?
Yeah. Which I feel like, again, they did her a disservice because, like,
yeah,
at Louisville, she was the best player. She was the hardest team. Like, she was able to, like, be a, like, firecracker. Like when you watched her in Louisville, she was like she was like a little pit bull. And then you watched her at LSU, and she was like a prairie dog. And it was just like,
niggas was more mad about her twerking with, like, the rest of the girls than her, like, game. And I was like, bro, like,
yeah, like, it was just like she didn't look comfortable. Like, she looked like she was, like, not, like, she couldn't say nothing to the black girls.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like she looked like she was trying her hardest to fit in, and it just wasn't like it wasn't working.
Yeah.
And not because it wasn't like authentic or anything, just because like it wasn't her. Like
Yeah.
it was like you got Angel Reese, who's from what, Maryland,
Think so.
Baltimore, or something like that. She from up here.
Yeah.
You got Flo J is from fucking like the
She's
hood
some.
in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Like that's a very like, and then it's Louisiana. Like
Yeah.
LSU is like dead smack in the middle of Baton Rouge. Like so it's a culture shock for a little white girl from. I don't even think she's from Louisville. I think that's just where she went to school.
Yeah.
And even if she is from Louisville, they definitely not seeing a bunch of niggas like that. Like, so she probably just sitting there like, what do I say to my teammates? Like, I don't listen to little
Nigga, she's from Washington.
Haley, the state. So she definitely ain't never met nobody like Loje or fucking Angel Reese. Like, and if she did, like, she didn't have to like hang out with them motherfuckers
Yeah.
all the time. Like, she was probably just like, how do I address these girls? Like, good job. Like,
Her high school was Kashmir, Washington. Nigga, what?
that sounds like no black people live in Montgomery. It wasn't even like Spokane or like
Exactly. Tacoma. Like, nah, nigga, Kashmir.
that's got to be like the richest like city in Washington. Like everybody just wearing sweaters.
Feel it. It's nice and soft. The softest city in Washington. Try to make Kashmir sound hard. Like, nigga, no, y'all soft. Literally. Fuck out of here.
Charming.
Okay. So you got South Carolina?
I think so.
I think so too, mainly because I like Don Staley and like what she does with those girls. Like
Hey, can we talk about how the shorty from South Carolina looked like Casanat?
Which one?
Full Wally. Like a Casanat who? Alexis Full Wally. Or Alasia, something like that.
It's like I can't even. It's Malaysia.
Yeah.
Malaysia for Wally. Okay. I mean, yeah, I kind of see it.
I was watching the game last night, like
No.
two of these things.
One of these things are just like the other.
Real life Spider-Man me.
Yeah, I kind of see it.
It's like I want to say something else, but I'm not going to be too rude. Like,
Nah.
it's like this is true line crossers, but you know, we're not here to jump on
No.
the line. You know, do it by accident.
All right, Chance is getting the divorce. Let's move on. Let's move on. After making the big day, that fucking stinker of an album, now they're getting a divorce. Nice.
What the fuck? You gotta throw that
Niggas
whole
is
album
like,
in.
oh, he wasted his 20s. I'm like, no, he didn't. He was married to a woman that he loved.
He wasted.
And wait, what?
I said he wasted his 20s.
Come on.
Not because he got married. Because this was the perfect time for him to be putting out great music. And instead,
But he did though. Coloring Book was good. The Donnie Trumpet album was fucking amazing. It's just he put out one stinker of an album because he didn't listen to his manager, who said that shit was trash. And like,
I didn't even listen to the other one.
The Don Trumpet album?
Yeah.
That came out in like, you've heard it before. It got J. Cole is on it, No Name is on it. There's a few people on it. It's a really fucking good album. It came out in like 2016, I think.
Oh, okay.
I think it was
Well, yeah,
close to
that's
like
2020. That nigga ain't put out shit. Put out Hot Water.
he gotta like
And then that
but
jump.
I don't think that's
No, Joey
because he was
Badass.
married.
All right. But he never like released them, Jones. Like it was never
Yeah.
like hard release for those. It was just like, hey, look.
Because he was saying it was part of like a art installation.
Yeah. And then it just never,
Man,
it just
shut up.
disappeared. Like,
Yeah, like
you did 2 videos and then never like capitalized on them shits.
but yeah, I wouldn't say he wasted his 20s. He had kids. He was married to a woman he loved. He put out some good music, and then he put one stinker of an album out, and then he now is on The Voice. So like, I feel like other shit is to blame for his shitty album, like him being on The Voice. Like, why the fuck are you on The Voice? Like, you don't sing.
You don't really have like a great voice. Like your voice is kind of weird.
Not at all. Like it was serviceable, but like it's raspy as fuck. Remember that snippet he put out of a song with him and Future, and everybody was like, "This is gonna fucking slap," and he never put it out. Put that shit out. Why are you putting The Big Day out? That shit was ass. Like, oh my gosh, I hate that album so much. And niggas love to be like, oh, y'all just mad that he was talking about love. No, you could put out a good album that's talking about love. We've seen it since the dawn of time. This nigga is just ass. He put out It's Just Water. It's just what? Like, shut that stupid shit up. What the fuck are you talking about?
Hey man, I still like Hot Shower.
No, you don't.
Makes me laugh.
You like the idea of a hot shower. Yeah, you like hot showers. Of course, everybody does. Who doesn't? Like, that song, fuck out of here.
Mm-hmm. It's a feel-good song.
Hot showers feel good, yes. That song.
Gets the people going. It's provocative.
It's something. Piss poor. You know what? No.
I don't know. You never know. Coloring Book 3 might be, or Coloring Book 3 2 might be coming out.
I hope so.
Coloring Book Part 2? Is that how that would work?
Yeah. But remember that nigga said that was his first album. Well, shut the fuck up, bro. Like, I hated that he was going on this whole, I'm independent. This is my first album. You put out 3 albums before this. What are you talking about?
Well, I mean, you know, technically they were mixtapes, weren't they?
10 Day was a mixtape. Acid Rap was a mixtape. And then what was the other one?
10-Day, Acid Rap.
I feel like he put that Donnie Trumpet album out right before Coloring Book.
Yeah. And
I guess you could say
was
whatever.
Initially labeled as an album. I mean, as a mixtape at first, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Kanye said let's call it a mixtape, and or let's give it to him for free. Some shit. It was some.
Yeah. Talk about lines that age terribly. I met Kanye West. I'm never going to fail. Well, never say never. Failure is a part of life, bro. Like,
and you probably should have just stayed close to Kanye West. Like meeting Kanye West and then like abandoning that. Like, because like, yes, Kanye West is a weirdo. But
he's anti-Semitic. He's anti-black.
He's... As a music like producer, you can't really go wrong.
Yeah, but remember that clip of him blanking on Chance, like out of fucking nowhere, just cursing this nigga out for no reason? I get why you don't want to be around.
Yeah, do the same thing to Big Sean. And... It literally said Big Sean was the worst, the biggest mistake of his life.
That was so fucked up. That is so
It
fucked
was
up.
even more fucked up that Nori wasn't listening when he said it and he started clapping.
Make some noise for that.
Nah, nigga, he said the worst. Huh? What? Oh, shit. You said you hated that nigga.
And you just said make some noise for that. Like, if I'm Big Sean, I'm watching that like, okay.
Make some noise for me being a mistake. Fuck. Fuck.
Like, I'm not competing with your top three. Like,
Nope.
Nope. Not at all.
Nobody thought you were, buddy.
Matter of fact, now they're trampling over your rollout.
All three of them, you dummy. I said right foot creep moonwalk.
You know why I love Wale so much? Somebody tweeted and was like, he needs to be in this. And Wale was like, why y'all looking at me?
Nope.
Now all of a sudden y'all want music from me? What? The fuck?
You want some of this too, old man?
Nope. I told you not to be messing with.
Hey man, hey, just go back, listen to Max Julian. I spit some fire on that.
Come on. He got so much fire. Like, come on, bro. Go listen to that old shit. Y'all want the old Wale, right? Go listen to the old Wale.
Hey, I already missed one of them niggas. There you go. Go take that one.
Somebody pointed out that Cole is 0 for 5 in beefs. Because Diggy won for sure. Wale won. Who else has he been in beef with? Oh, they said No Name won.
He was in a beef with him.
Yeah, you don't remember that?
It's so weird.
You don't remember that?
I remember her being mad about something that he said,
Yeah.
but I didn't know. Like, she replied to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
She tore his ass up, too.
He got bars, though. Sacrifice is still one of my favorite songs. I think that was the name of that song with her and Chance.
I forget the name of it, but I know what you're talking about. And
Sparring.
again,
Sparring
people,
was the name of that song. Sparring.
this is not, we love Cole. We love Kendrick. We love Drake. But we're objective. It's just that simple. You got a closing song for us?
Yeah, I can pull something up. Let's see. Kind of want to go. Hey, I'm gonna do it. So I've been listening to this shit on repeat.
Okay.
Fucking Meg and Glorilla.
Okay.
Shit is called Wannabe. Or Wannabe. Like, bitches is wannabes. Now, I really just wanted to play that song because I think that shit is hilarious. Now, the
No,
flip,
it's good.
the flip to Pretty Boy Swag is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, that shit literally, I was listening to it. I think it was like the second time I listened to it. And I'm like, what fucking Soulja Boy song is this? I'm like, that speaker's going hammer? I'm like, no. I'm like, and then I had to like sing it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
this right here is my swag. like, that's probably his best song.
For sure. Speaking of Glorilla, I don't know why her and JT are beefing right now.
No, she addressed it. She addressed it on the album. She said they don't got no beef.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like
They were just
like,
arguing though, like yesterday. Yeah, they going back and forth on Twitter. They were like going for hours. I don't know why.
JT must not listen to the album.
I genuinely don't. I love Glorilla though. I love all like the women rappers that are out right now. Yeah, I'm fucking with it. So
Yeah, no,
I
she
don't want
literally
them to
got a
beef.
whole like verse on a song where like she says like she talks about like JT. She's like, we're not the best of friends, but it ain't no beef. And then she even said like in the same verse, I think it's like she wished that like Cardi and Nicki would work together. Like it's like
Oh
a whole
shit.
like transparent like it's a pretty dope song. That's why I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll dig into that, and I might bring it up in the next pod.
You know,
Outside of that,
JT need to go do her homework. Go listen
yeah, like come on. Anyway,
because she kind
this has
of bigged you
been
up. Like it wasn't.
right. Like I don't know. This has been another episode of True Line Cross Podcast. I've been Quan.
And I'm school.
Peace, y'all.
Peace.